Hey there, everyone, and welcome to my next playthrough, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. This is a little game, well, apparently came out in 2003-04. Came out on the GameCube exclusively. I played the crap out of this game, and it's probably the only RPG I've ever actually finished. I generally don't even like Final Fantasy games all that much, but this is way different from other Final Fantasy games. You'll see once we get into it. Playing this on the Dolphin emulator. I do own this game, so shut up, it's only slightly illegal. And if you notice any slightly different quality issues, it's because my recorder doesn't seem to want to record the emulator, so I have to use the built-in Windows recorder, which initially I never wanted to use because it didn't have a microphone option. Now it does. So that's where we're at with that. And also because it's an emulator, if there are any graphical issues, that would be why. But it seemed to run okay, and usually the only major issues I've ever seen with the emulators is in cutscenes, and the opening cutscene played just fine. So I think we can just dive into it. There will be some more stuff I will bring up, but we'll just let the opening cinematic open. Opening cinematic open? Yeah, that was good words there.
Dreaming of the stars on high that speak to me in secret sighs, drifting on a breeze, only I can feel and hear. Could it be the sacred wind that's calling me to now begin to walk into the dark, carrying the light of tomorrow? The beating of the wings up high, beyond the earth, beyond the sky. Come out, don't hesitate, don't look back, we've got to go now. Don't fear, you'll be safe from now on. Morning star watching over all.
that was so enlightening. That told me nothing about the story. Come, let us record your adventures in this journal. It shall be known as the Crystal Chronicles. Roll credits, ding. But first, we must know the name of your hometown. This is the standard name, and I think we'll just leave it as such. That's perfectly fine. Year 1. The morning of my departure was here at last. I tried to brace myself for the journey ahead. There was a field along the main road where I decided to camp until sunrise. Tomorrow, I set out in search of myrrh. Well, I'm glad that that explained things, but it didn't. Let's see if there are any specific options that we need. Don't really need those on. Probably turn the music down a smidge. Now, here's something that might confuse you. This game was one of the few games... I don't actually know how many there are, but come on. How many GameCube games can you think that needed or had the option to have the Game Boy Advance hookup? This was one of the... maybe the first games? At least it was the first games that I ever heard of where you could have it as a hookup. It would give you map and like the special quest for that level for the bonus stuff, and it was so dumb because you also need all Game Boy hookups if you want to play multiplayer, and it's like you'd have to find friends who all had a Game Boy Advance and the hookup cable, so that was just impossible. So yeah. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta make our characters. This is why it's a bit fun. Now, there's a reason that I'm going to pay attention to the top row, less so than the bottom row, because the top row is in your, like, ending cinematic for the year. These are the only guys that show up, so I figure I'll put the most variety there. And for some reason, I'm kind of anal retentive about my characters that I don't even play as. Typically, if you're playing by yourself, you're only gonna want to play as one character because there's your typical RPG grind that you gotta do, and it's a lot of work to grind 8 characters, you know? So the only advantage to filling all of this is that you fill up your town, and you do want to have certain people in your town because, like, there's the merchant, there's the blacksmith, you know, the tailor and things like that. And if you don't fill out all the characters, those people just aren't in your town. And that's kind of a bummer. So this is gonna be just me. I'm gonna give them my name. And it shall be great. I'll be a female. What does that one look like? That's what that looks like. She's got cool socks. That's what we see in the opening cinematic. Short hair. No, I don't have short hair. And a white cap. I think I like this. Now, what do I want my family trade to be? There are advantages to each of them. Blacksmith means you get discounts when you want stuff smithed. Tailor, same thing, but for accessories. Farmer means you get food, and so is with the rancher. And the miller gives you wheat, which you can sell. Fisherman gives you fish. Merchant, discounts. Alchemist, I think, is scrolls and things like that. So who should I have? I think I want to have... I want to do the blacksmith. So there are 4 different races in this, and you will see them all. Because I gotta make a bunch more characters. So there's my family. Today you finally step out into the world in search of myrrh. You come safely back to Tippa, alright? Should you find any materials for smithing, bring them back to us. We'll forge you a fine weapon. Don't worry, I'll take care of Mother and Father. If you make any friends out there, be sure to bring them around. Be sure to eat well. Well, thanks, my family. So there's my family. So, by our father Aaron, Mother Christy, brother Ramsey, and her brother Samuel. And there's the Clavat crest. Now you can set out right now, but we want to make the rest of our characters. Might as well. So now we'll make someone else. Some of these characters have very specific kinds of names. Mostly the Selkies. They have two-part names. And I never know what I want to do. So I'm gonna start with just making a random fantasy name. Ooh, I like this. Is that gonna fit? Yes, I have a fantasy name generator right at me, because I'm weird like that. Ramlo. And he will be a male. And he will be a Lility. Bearhead. We'll go with Bearhead. So that's what a Lility looks like. They're human-like, but they're shorter. We'll make you the rancher. That's good. I don't know, so we'll see. Oh, look at the tiny ones. The little babies. They are so cute. Well, it's time. The Tippa caravan is about to head out. Remember, everyone's counting on you. No pressure. Oh, we're sure you'll find enough myrrh and come home safe and sound. Don't go. The cows will miss you too. Farewell, Ramlo, and good luck. Oh, that was a good choice of name. Ramlo, the rancher's son. Yeah. See, yeah, certain names of the races are a little bit different, so if you're weird like me and want everything to look super authentic, you'll end up doing stuff like that. Let's make another one. I think we'll make a Selkie next, and they have these weird two-part names, so I usually go with this one. This for the lady. Oh, the next one is a Yuka. That's fine, we'll just do. Yeah. What's the owlhead look like? Sure. You'll be the fisherman. These tiny little sprites have very, very big boobs. For whatever reason. Because it's Final Fantasy. Oh, you're heading out already? You're leaving already? We'll miss you. Remember, no matter how hard things get, stick together. There's more to the journey than collecting myrrh. You'll need to foster trust and companionship with others, too. Don't you get sick from all the fine things you eat out there. Don't get hurt out there. Just promise me that. Take care. Come back home. Etc., etc. So I don't know what the rhyme or reason is to naming certain characters like that. Obviously, you can't use any of those names that would be used for those NPCs for your own characters. Because, you know, obviously. It would get confusing. And now we'll make a Yuke. Let's find a good fantasy name for our Yuke. Ooh, this... see if we'll fit this. They usually have some interesting names. They're very interesting looking people, creatures, things. Oops. Perfect. He'll be a male, and we'll go with this. He'll be the alchemist. These guys are interesting. got these real long furry arms. They always wear helmets. They have tiny little wings. There are also, obviously, different advantages and disadvantages to each of the races. I would say that Clavats are probably the most well-rounded. The Ukes are good for magic. They're the magic experts. The Lilities, I think, are strength-based. I forget what the Selkies are. Their focus attack is really good. Alright, so now I just gotta get the rest of these characters in. We'll name this guy Clem. He's gonna be a male. He's gonna have... Oh, that looks good. He can come from the Taylor's family. Alright, Clem, you're excited. Oh, I should have made him a farmer. Nah, that's fine. Yeah, well, I can kind of skip a lot of this because, you know, gotta get going. We don't really care about these guys, we just need to fill out our town. We'll check out the town once we're done here. Yep. Good stuff. So if you really like character creation, we do have some options here. It's not that extreme, but it's better than nothing. We're gonna find a good... No, that's just silly. I'm not gonna use the fairy option on my fantasy name generator. Let's just go generic fantasy. Ooh, that's pretty good. And of course, typing like this is always kind of annoying, but you know, manage. I'm gonna go with, what's the elegant look like? That looks good. You can be... We already have a tailor. We already have a rancher. Merchant. Gotta love it. I put way too much thought into this stuff, but... So here's your family. You know, they're great. Oh, I love the little tiny Lilities. They're so cute. But they're the fiercest warriors, of course. Okay, only two more. This does, however, give you lots of options in case, you know, you did want to grind out a bunch of characters. This guy's gonna be... Bert. And he's gonna... What's this guy look like? Nah. Bandana. Alright. You can be... running out of options. Bert. So there's your family. Yeah, bye. Yes, all good stuff, all good stuff. And finally, one more. We're gonna call you... No, call you some unpronounceable name, but it doesn't matter because we don't have voice acting. Yobus. And you will be a female, and you will be... this one. I don't even remember. We already have that. Farmer. Rancher. Oh, is it Miller? They have these, like, Madonna-like cone bras for some reason. No one's really sure. Final Fantasy. They all wear ridiculous things, of course. That's what they do. Yeah. Sure you'll miss me. Blah, 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 blah. So while I run around the town after I'm done here, I'll give you a little bit of backstory, because I probably won't feel like telling all of it. Or, what should I say? I probably won't feel like talking to all of the people. We're gonna head into our town first. So here's our little character. You run around for free. Free running. You can talk to all the people. You got... None of this helps right now because we're not in battle, but we'll all go through that stuff soon. Let's go talk to our fam. We will. That is my brother. That is my dad. We don't have anything. There's our town elders. I will. And because I know these little secrets, check this out. Tiny little door. These are hidden throughout. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm here. What's a Mog stamp? We Moogles are found all over the world, Kapo. We offer Mog stamps as an incentive to locate and visit all our homes, Kapo. You'll need this stamp card to get the Mog stamps, Kapo. Stamp card has 23 squares, Kapo. They're divided into sets of 1 to 3 squares. Yeah. So this is a little side mission that you can, if you find all the Moogle houses, you can get this stuff. And why the heck wouldn't you want to look at these little Moogles? If you're familiar with the Final Fantasy series, it's a pretty staple character. Well, animal, I should say. Creature. Oh, I guess we could read our diary. Oops, that's it. That'll be in... Oh wait, I can't read that until I get to the menu. So, here's your crystal. Basically, every year you have to go out and collect myrrh to replenish the crystal that keeps the town safe. We'll get a little bit more information, I think, from a Moogle. He's gonna tell us some things. There's also a secret item hidden in each of the towns. Now this game, if you want to be a completionist, you need a strategy guide. Because there is so much going on in this game that you would never, ever, 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 ever know about. So let's exit, and then we're gonna save, and then we will end this introductory episode. Then we'll get into the thick of it. So, let's go. Oh, I guess first we can read our diary. And it'll tell you when you have an entry. I visited a Moogle nest for the first time. The Moogle there cheerfully welcomed me into his home. When it was time to go, I thought he looked a bit sad. I patted the bonbon on his head and bade him farewell. I wonder if all Moogles live so comfortably. Probably. Let's go ahead. Save up. Perfect. So, when we return, we're gonna get right into playing. Thanks for watching.